welcome to All in Adams, the official podcast of Adams County government, where we're all in for our residents, our employees, and our community. So whether you live here, work here, or you just want to know more about what makes Adams County a great place to be, thanks for tuning in. We're all in Adams. Hi, everybody, and welcome to All in Adams. I am Nikki Kimbleton, Director of Communications for Adams County, and we are super excited today to have Commissioner Julie Duran-Mellico with us to help us get to know her more. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm really excited to be here.
It's been a whirlwind the past few months, right?
It's been a lot. Yes. Well, and especially just getting started. The onboarding, honestly, I just feel like the car has been driving and I'm like running along the side trying to catch up with everybody. So it's been a lot, but excited to be here and excited to, get to do this work.
We're thrilled to have you. So this is all about getting to know you a little bit better. So
Okay.
for our residents and for our employees, let's start. Just tell me a little bit about yourself.
Let's see. I started at the beginning, born and raised here in Adams County. I'm from South Thornton. Grew up in Welby. I went to Skyview High School, so I'm Mapleton grad. So excited about that. Me and my husband bought our first home in North Glen. So we were there for a really long time, and that's how I ended up on North Glen City Council. And then, this opportunity came open. I was excited to run for the seat and to serve the county that I grew up in. So it's been a lot. It's been a journey, but I'm excited to be here. Professionally, though, I was a biology student in college, and I ended up going to get a master's in public health. I really just love the idea of a healthy community overall, and wanted to be a part of that. I was really excited about infectious disease epidemiology, so I ended up, pursuing that work and worked in hospitals for the past 14 years as an infection preventionist, and that's kind of my professional experience, but it's really tied in a lot to the work that I want to do at the county, having that public health background, having, that passion to bring healthier communities across Adams County. So it's a great opportunity, and I look forward to doing some of that work.
Yeah, and that feeds perfectly into, my second question that I had
Okay.
planned, but now I would have asked anyway.
You're on it.
So, with that, you're a public servant, you're serving your community.
Yes.
You went from really delving into infectious disease, working in those fields, and now you get to bring your passion to the people of the county, and that is your passion.
It is my passion. I mean, I was lucky to serve on the Tri-County Board of Health. I was appointed by the previous board, as there was a Tri-County Board of Health, which is a great
Yep.
story if anyone ever wants to hear about it. So anyway, yes. So having those opportunities to be in these conversations, to talk about the programming that I love and the initiatives that I love, and really passionate about bringing to the community. So yeah, I'm just excited to be here and have this perspective. I'm also learning, though, that there's so much more for me to learn. I have obviously a huge strength in public health, but when it comes into human services and all of the other great programming and the work that we're doing for our community, like I have a lot to learn.
Yeah, well, and I love hearing you say that because that's always humbling, right? If you're not learning, you're dying. It's not.
Yeah,
That's the saying,
that's my
right? Is
life.
that what they say?
Yes, that is true. Yeah, and there's a lot going on across Adams County, and just being on board now and trying to figure out how things are going. I'm learning a lot about everyone, how all of our staff are touching our community, and it's really heartwarming to see all the great.
So tell me, is there something that you can think of that really, like a time or a situation that shaped your career and your path, even if that path is the one that led you right here?
I think that there's a couple things. Career-wise, I was really lucky. I was a senior at CU Boulder, doing science, and I had the opportunity to do a paid internship. I got a scholarship. They'd pay me to go and do an internship. And I knew I was kind of interested in public health. So I went into CDPHE, got a meeting with the director there. I just called and asked, "Hey, I'm a student. Will you meet with me?" And they're like, "Sure." And then out of it, I ended up getting an internship, and that really shaped my career path. I graduated during the recession, so it was a hard time to find a job anywhere, and they're like, we could give you this internship. And then it turned in, hey, we'll give you a job if you go to graduate school. And I'm like, perfect. Like, so that just kind of fed in. It was a great opportunity I had great mentors, great experiences at the state health department. And that totally just shaped my career path. When it comes to politics, for me, it really was my kids, strangely, that kind of gave me that push. Naturally, I'm an introvert, so it's very hard for me to kind of put myself out there sometimes.
Which is funny to me because
It's
your personality is like super bubbly.
It is, yes. So it takes me a lot to get there, but it's something a skill set that I've grown over time.
Yeah.
But it was really just having two young kids at the time when I ran the first time that it just gave me the I needed to like, okay, this is important and I need to do this work. So at that time, Northglenn was looking at creating a new rec center and senior center and theater, and they were asking for community input, and I'm like, I have these two kids, like this is what I need out of a rec center. I need like an indoor playground, I need birthday party space. Like, so I went to that meeting with that perspective I wanted to bring to the table, and that really just kicked it off for me of, okay, like we do need moms with young kids at the table, making some of these policy decisions, talking about what we want our community to look like. And that was really how I got hooked up in this in local government. So
I mean,
politics.
And I understand that because at some point you start thinking, if I don't do it,
who's going to do it?
Who's going to do it?
Exactly.
And I know, I mean, it takes a lot of strength, a lot of bravery to run for office.
It does.
Yeah,
it takes
it
a
does.
lot, and to put yourself out there for criticism. Right?
Exactly.
That's goes along with the part of the job, and it's fine, and it's something you get to. But especially during those hard times, you need to remember your why. Like, why are you doing this? Why did I run for Adams County Commissioner? It's because I have young kids that I want to make sure have a future. In our community, they could buy a home, they could find a job, and preferably stay close to mom.
Yeah,
so it's a little, those are some of the reasons, right? But then also, I have strong ties to this county. It's been my life, and I want to see, this county go in the right direction and be a part of that. So.
Okay, with that, great follow-up question.
Okay.
So you've been here all your life, like,
yes.
and I've, I moved here 2 years ago specifically to work at Adams County because it's such a great place to be, great place to work, great culture.
Yeah.
And I love living here too. I live in the county as well.
Good.
So tell me your favorite spots. Like, do you have favorite restaurants or like favorite spots that, coffee shops, something that really sticks out to you that you want to share with the people that are listening and watching?
Yeah, I mean, like most people who live in this area, Las Delicias down south off Broadway, that's a hangout spot. I mean, my grandma's favorite restaurant is Las Delicias, so north. So, I mean, it's generational even at that point.
Favorite thing to order there?
Favorite thing to order, honestly, we were there just the other night. I got the green chili plate. Keep it classic, keep it easy. It's good stuff, enough for leftovers.
Yeah.
Perfect. So, but yeah, so some of those restaurants, unfortunately, some of our favorites have closed. So we used to go to Bova's off of Federal, I believe that was. Best noodles, that's gone. Other favorite restaurants for me, for my kids, it's Texas Roadhouse, which isn't very exciting. But
they still do the peanuts on the shells on the floor?
No, you get bagged peanuts after the pandemic. So
so
they cleaned it up.
I haven't been there since.
Yeah,
so
they cleaned it up.
Yeah,
a little
okay,
bit, so.
All right.
Anyway, but yeah, I love the parks. Rotella Park is one of my favorite. I actually had my birthday party at Rotella Park every year for like 10 years when I was little. Like, it was the place that we always did family birthday parties.
Yeah.
Big family, lots of kids outside to play. We had lots of games and stuff, so it was perfect.
And I love that. We're actually going to do an upcoming podcast
Oh,
on
good.
all the places that Adams County offers you to have those types of birthday parties, like family get-togethers, and then how you can use our new block party trailer and all that. I mean, I wish that was probably wish that was around when you had yours too.
No, we didn't have those back in the day. So we just brought our own gunny sacks and all the other stuff that we'd play. But yeah, I mean, just the parks throughout the community. Of course, I love all the Northglenn ones as well. And the trails, I don't know, it's just memories. And it's nice to kind of have those connections. every street you drive by, I have a memory of when I was a kid or as a
Yeah.
teenager driving around,
And
all
and
the
that's a
good
great
stuff.
feeling.
It
And that's
is.
what
It's
we want
home.
people to
Yeah.
feel at home here.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, a couple more questions to help people get to know you. Is there anything about you that we don't know that you want to share?
Oh, you don't know about me.
Like a fun fact, a hidden
No.
talent, or
Hidden talent. Well, okay, I guess I have a couple. I'm an avid reader.
Mhm.
I wish I could read more. But busy gal, 3 kids, so it keeps me busy. But um, love Jane Austen
Oh, I love Jane
is probably
Austen.
my favorite.
Yeah.
And then of course any movies that are part of that era. My husband would
hmm
probably laugh at this because the Pride and Prejudice, the one with Keira Knightley, is like
I love that movie.
I like watch
I'm
it all the
sorry,
time.
We could girl dish
I
now because
probably watched.
I love that movie. Yeah,
I've probably
I
watched
love
that movie like 50 times. Anyway,
You've
so
bewitched me.
I know, right? So yes, that's a weird thing about me. Another, let's see. Um, I don't know. I just love being outside with the kids.
Yeah.
I have 2 labs at home. One was our original baby, and she's old. She's 15, so we're gonna have to put her down eventually. But just being outdoors with the kids, the dogs. Like I don't know. That's what we've loved to do, and you know,
And that's what Adams County makes easy. We have
it's
so many places to do
so
it.
easy.
So many places
Yes.
to do it.
So easy. And that's what I love. That's why everyone moves to Colorado, is that it's a beautiful place. We have all the sunshine. And in the middle of the winter, you could find a great sunny day to go out and do a bike ride. And
Yeah.
that's what I love.
All right.
Yeah.
So before we close out, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I know
Fine.
I had asked you when you were coming into office a favorite quote or just but either
Yes.
that or a favorite piece of advice that you'd like to share. And something you
Ah,
mentioned too that really stuck with me before you answer that is
okay.
when you said that you just called up
Just call them up.
was it the professors?
No,
Or-
it
or
was
it was
the
the
director
the
of the infectious disease
oh, so it
department at
was the employee.
CDPHE. Yeah.
Yeah, and just
Yeah.
asked for and you were a student and just asked.
Just
Like
ask.
to me sometimes that has worked for me too. And
Yeah.
and that's, just got to get out there and ask.
You just got to get out there and ask. You got to put yourself out there. I mean, one of the best things, especially in my political career, that's been really helpful is that I've put myself or forced myself to be in positions that really scared the heck out of me.
Mhm.
And it's those situations that I've grown the most from. Whether I liked it or not, if it was running a meeting, chairing, this whole organization, whatever it was, like I it scared the heck out of me,
Yeah.
but that meant that I was doing something.
Do something
I
that
was
scares
doing
you.
some
Yeah, I've heard.
do something
Yeah.
that scares you. And don't be afraid to just ask for help. And I mean, people are people, no matter what title they have or where they work or, they're just people, and just reach out because most of the time you'll actually get what you're looking for. The worst thing, my dad always says it, the worst thing that you'll ever get, worst response someone will ever give you is no.
Mhm.
And I can live with
Yeah.
that.
I can live with that because sometimes when they say no, it
Yeah.
inspires you to find the yes.
It's
you
to
know?
find the yes, ask somebody else, but
So many success stories come from that.
yeah, it really is just reach out and put yourself in some really uncomfortable positions, and you know what? You'll be amazed at how different you become from those experiences.
Okay, so last question. Your vision
Yeah.
for the next 4 years for Adams County.
Oh, geez, it's so big. Adams County is at a really unique opportunity because we are growing. We are, one of the few metro areas that are growing still. We have the opportunity to have great economic development opportunities, especially heading out east. We are going to be the county of the future. And so that alone just captures my heart, right? The work that we're doing around the Colorado Air and Spaceport, like we're bringing in industry for the next generation. We're bringing in training for our kids that are going to, launch them in the aerospace industry. And that's just
Yeah.
one feature of Adams County. I mean, we have so many opportunities, and that's what just gets me excited about this job. I want Adams County to be a place where people can find great careers, and maybe it's not aerospace, but maybe it's even a trade. Like there's so many opportunities around here, and how do we support all of those secondary opportunities for folks is something I'm really passionate about. I want people to pursue the career they want to pursue, be able to afford a home and stay in
Yes.
the community close to their family. And I want to make sure that we have great schools for our kids. Like, Adams County is a family community, and I want to continue to see that just get it even better. So,
Absolutely. Okay, I lied. I have one more question.
okay,
All right,
keep
so
going.
it's
Okay.
Women's History Month,
Yes,
and you guys are making history.
we
4 female commissioners
are.
out of the 5 commissioners.
Yes.
What is that? I mean, that's got to feel great.
It feels great, but to be honest with you, like, I've been really lucky in my career where almost all of the women that I've been able to work with professionally, I mean, I've only worked with women as bosses and moving forward. Even on Northglenn City Council, we have majority women council when I was there too. So it honestly just feels normal to me.
Yeah.
And which is great.
That's great.
It's great to be in this space, and I definitely recognize the women that come before me that had to come into really difficult situations where they were a minority. I'm lucky I get to benefit from all of their hard work, and it's being a majority women board in all of the spaces I've been functioning in. Honestly, it's just the normal. So
Yeah, what they sacrificed so that it could,
what they
so that it could be
sacrifice,
normal.
yeah. So that's one of the things I just recognize and I really appreciate is the work that the generation before me did so that I could be here, and it's just easy.
Thank you for
Yeah.
sitting down with us. That was great.
Awesome.
Really a pleasure getting to know you, and look forward to the many years of working together.
Yeah, looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun.
Our Vice Chair, Commissioner Julie Duran-Mullica, thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks.
That's a wrap for this episode of All in Adams. Thank you for joining us as we explore the people, programs, and the policies that make Adams County a great place to live, work, and thrive. If you enjoyed the show, be sure to subscribe and share with your friends, neighbors, and colleagues. Have a topic you'd like us to cover? Let us know. We're all in for bringing you the stories that matter most. Until next time, take care of each other and stay connected with us on Facebook, Instagram, Nextdoor, and X. We're all in Adams, and we're all in for you.